Looper. Looper is a new futuristic action thriller starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. Now, Looper is set in the year 2044, and time travel has not yet been invented. However, 30 years into the future from there, time travel has been invented, but is illegal, and is only really used by the mob. Now, the mob use it to dispose of bodies, because bodies in the future are very hard to get rid of, so they send them back 30 years to be assassinated by people called loopers. Hence the title. Now, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays Joe, the main looper of the story. He's having a great time living up the life, assassinating people, getting paid a hell of a lot of money for it, until one day he goes to assassinate his target, and it's him, sent back from the future, staring at him. Looper first caught my interest when I saw the original trailer released. Thought it was a pretty good concept, it was a little bit different, and I was looking forward to the movie. If you've seen the trailer for Looper, it looks like a futuristic sci-fi action thriller, which kind of is. There's not a ton of action in it, so I am pre-warning you now, but the action that is in it is actually fantastic. I'm not going to give you any more of the plot of Looper, literally because I don't want to give you any spoilers. The trailer itself gives you the basic premise, and that is all you need. Now, when Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character Joe goes to assassinate his latest target, and he's sat there looking at his future self, played by Bruce Willis, shit hits the fan. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with Looper's plot, or give you a lot of information regarding the movie itself. I don't really want to spoil anything. All I'm going to tell you with regards to Looper is go and see it on release. This film is absolutely fantastic, and is easily one of the best films of the year for me. Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a fantastic part as Joe. He plays the young Bruce Willis in this film. The squints he does with his eye, the little movements of his mouth, even the posture of his body are absolutely fantastic. His performance is a young Bruce Willis. Now, as expected, Bruce Willis in this film is fantastic. He always is brilliant. I love Bruce Willis. He's one of my favourite actors. I've followed him for many, many years since I was a child, and this film does not disappoint. The film also stars English actress Emily Blunt, who is usually great in everything she's in, and she is in this. She's absolutely great in Looper. Now, for me, one of the stars of the film is a little guy called Pierce Gagnon. He plays a character called Sid. He plays Emily Blunt's son. All I'm going to say is watch out for this kid. He's going to be a big star. He shows more acting range in one film than Mark Wahlberg or Keanu Reeves have shown in their entire movie career. No lie. Now, as I mentioned before, there's much more to Looper than what's shown in the trailer, which is brilliant. I hate it when trailers actually blow things, they give spoilers away. It really is annoying. There are so many layers to Looper, it's fantastic. It really pulls you in with each character going through their own story arc in a way. Now, even though it's a sci-fi film, the technology in the film is not thrust down your throat. Yes, it's got a time travel element to it. That's one of the main plot points. However, other little things in the film, such as telephones and computers and things like that, they're just there. They're not actually forced upon you. Science fiction element of it is handled very, very well. It does have hover bikes. Looper itself is directed fantastically. It pulls you in with a wonderful kind of noir feel to it, and it kept me hooked from start to finish. Now, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character of Joe does go on a brilliant story arc through the film, as does Bruce Willis's character of Old Joe. It's great to see both characters bounce off each other in certain scenes. The action in Looper is done brilliantly. It's not the full-on action spectacle you might expect from a sci-fi thriller, but the action is fantastic. Through the action set pieces and the interactions from the characters, you really do connect with the story in Looper, and it's handled brilliantly. I cannot praise Looper enough. Many people might be sat there thinking, well, there's got to be a downside, there has to be a bad thing about the film. For me, one little point was the sound effects of the guns and a few of the sound effects. The mix was a little off, slightly louder in places than it was in others. That's the only thing I can point out. The story, the characters, the acting, the directing, the action, all fantastic, top notch. Now, I do understand Looper is not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for the Michael Bay fans out there, to be honest, because Looper is much more intelligent. It has a lot of layers to it. The story is very in-depth, and it's very original for a time travel type of movie. Some people might try to pick plot points with the film, but as the film states, don't try to think about time travel too much. It'll fry your brain like an egg. For me, Looper is the best sci-fi film for probably the past 10 years, since The Matrix really, and is an absolute must to see at the cinema. Looper is the first film since I've started these reviews that I'm going to have to give 5 out of 5. Go see it. Now. Well, when it's released. Well guys, that's my review of Looper. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your patience as well. It's been a week since my last review due to other commitments, which I do apologise for. But if you enjoyed this review and you would like to put a comment down below, or you'd like to subscribe or like the video, then by all means, please do. Everybody else who's already commented or subscribed, I'd like to give a big thank you to all you guys. Thank you very much. It really does mean a hell of a lot to get those messages to actually let me know that you guys have subscribed and taken the time to watch my videos. Well guys, I'm RDW, this has been RDW Review, and go watch Looper ASAP. I'll see you next time.